Okay, hi there, it's Nick here again. Great and glorious and be famous one day, Nick Dutch. Bit of background, it's about 1 something in the morning. I've caught a cold, I've got a fever, I haven't slept properly, and yes, I'm sitting here and opening my mouth at you yet again. So I naturally apologize in advance because you're going to hear some ramblings coming out of me today. This video is about finding the truth because I made an illusion in a previous video. Remember, allusion is a different word to illusion. Look it up on dictionary.com, okay? I made an allusion that discussion should be about finding the truth. And I've had an instance which I feel kind of like possibly explains what I'm talking about. When I did my degree in sociology here in the UK, we learned about different schools of thought and different ways of looking at the world. The sociological models such as functionalism that came out of Durkheim's writings, Marxist sociology that came out of the writings of Karl Marx, and of course the different varieties of postmodernist and post-structuralist schools of thought that came from Foucault, Derrida, Deleuze, and all the rest of it. The thing that strikes me is, does it matter that all these different points of view exist? Are they all equally as relevant? One might even say that all these things are equally as irrelevant, not relevant, but irrelevant, as they are just statements of models of the way the world really is, rather than statements of fact. Now, here on YouTube, people talk, people discuss. And it's all a question of my model of the world is different to your model of the world, therefore my model of the world might be better. Now, I'm proposing a possibility. Remember, this is a forum of discussion, so if you disagree with me, you've got other points to make a video to this, comment, and all the rest of it. I propose that all the various different points of view here on YouTube are equally irrelevant because they are just points of view, opinions. Some models of the world. They're not actually the factual truth. Now, having this cold, having this fever, made me think, hang on a minute, Nick, you're supposed to be a strange person, an official strange person, an occultist. Why don't you try and do something occult to try and help yourself out here? And so I did some meditation, I did some circular breathing to try and get more oxygen into my body. And I did prayer for a period of what feels like probably about an hour, inviting something which seemed to be the Holy Spirit into me. And I instructed it to heal me. After a period of time, my body suddenly erupted into heat and sweat. And I started to feel different. I started to feel like I was actually, I'd reached a crisis point and I was finally on the mend. Some people might say that God had listened to my prayer, the Holy Spirit was with me, and the Holy Spirit was healing me. Others might say that this was a psychosomatic effect or a somatopsychic effect whereby the mind was triggering something in the body to heal itself. Others might say that certain organs of the brain were suddenly being stimulated into action to release hormones, which would then assist the body in the healing process. Others might even say that my body had been plagued by demons, which might have been causing the disease, and bringing in the higher frequency holy energy of the Holy Spirit, or what seems like the Holy Spirit was driving the demons away, thus allowing the body that moment of solitude to be able to, that moment of peace to be able to repair. All of these are different points of view. Are they equally valid? Not really. They are just points of view, models of the way the world works. None of them are actually true. The fact that I managed to instigate that moment of proper feverish sweating at the same time or shortly after this 1 hour's worth of prayer and meditation work is interesting. Whether the two are related is difficult to say. Possibly even impossible to say. but a apparent result seemed to occur out of, or as a result of, an exercise that I did. Now, if I was to come onto YouTube, publish this video, and say, this is what happened, I believe it is the Holy Spirit entering into me, that would open up a minefield of speculation as to, was it the Holy Spirit, was it God, were demons being taken from me, was it psychosomatic, was it certain organs of the brain, and all the rest of that. But the only facts of the matter is that some things happened under some circumstances. If I could repeat that and get the same quality of results under the same circumstances reliably, then I'll be approaching something of a scientific nature, and I'll be coming closer to the truth. Discussing it, discussing as to what happened there, is only part of the method of finding the truth. I feel that discussion is good because it hones our brains, hones our mind, to be able to work out what is real and what is not. But however, on YouTube, everyone's fighting for their own popularity, their own subscriber base, to have more people to click on the invite as friend button and all the rest of that. So there's always other motives coming in to all of the videos that are being done, which is going to affect the search for the truth. I mean, including me, I'm just as guilty, okay? But hopefully I'm giving you a relatively rational point of view here, or relatively rational interpretation of what's happening. Because I don't know what happened then. And I know I don't know. I know that the exercise I did seemed to have a result. Whether I'll be able to do the same thing again, I don't know. But the exercise I did seemed to have a result. And essentially all I can really do is leave it there. We can discuss it. We can discuss this in greater detail, and that'll be good for our minds as we try and work out what information is useful or usable, and what information is not. And that is essentially part of the role of discussion. On an open forum like this, especially considering that the fact that the system has an inbuilt corruption or corruptible thing, because everyone's trying to say, you know, I'm the really popular guy, I'm the one with all the subscribers, you know, and all the rest of that shit, alright? That means that the search for the truth may be affected. And I really just wanted to leave you with that thought just for today. Alright? Good fortune, higher power bless. Look after yourself. Don't go mad. Be all you can be, and all that kind of jazz.